Desktop audio and mic are good. OBS is running. And we should be... Yep, it's refreshing. We are live. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
We're back. So...
We're back, Bogan.
Say what?
I said, we're back, Bogan.
Yeah, and so before we really dive in to whatever the hell we're going to go watch this stream, I have a nice little announcement to make. I have a new video segment, or a new video series starting up called Chris Tries, where I, let me get rid of this buffer thing as it's pissing me off, where I try demos for upcoming games, mostly indie demos. Sometimes I might do a double A or a triple A game demo, but it's mostly going to be indie. And I'm starting that series off with this point-and-click horror game centered around a TikToker named Molly Moon. The game is called Excuse Me, Sir, and it comes to us from the developer of the Faith trilogy.
Sweet.
So, I'm just going to give you guys a little taste of this video.
Let's do it.
My brother went missing a few days ago. I hope whoever lives here can help me find him. I'm not sure how I feel about the game being in portrait mode like a TikTok video, but maybe that's just supposed to keep up with the theme of Molly being a TikToker. Oh, here somebody comes now.
Hey, who are you?
I'm the Muffin Man. Can I use your phone?
Sure, come inside.
I don't like the way she's standing, and I don't like the way she's talking. It's kind of...
Fucking Megan looking ass.
Ask my friend if they've seen your brother.
I never said anything about my brother. I just asked if I wanted to use your phone. So already we've got a red flag coming up right now. No, I need to use the phone.
Why don't I call the sheriff and ask about your brother? He's a good friend of mine.
I'm sure he is. Okay. Well, while she goes off and calls Roscoe P. Coltrane. Screwdriver? Okay. Might be useful later. Let's see. This is what I always do when I'm in random strangers' houses. I just start randomly opening shit up just to see what they've got. Really, all you've got is a Coke and a bottle of water. That's very light. She likes to keep the barest of bare minimum in her fridge. And the door's locked, so we can't leave even if we wanted to.
I'm waiting for you in the living room. Come find me.
Okay. That's totally not disturbing at all. Well, I want to check out the rest of the house. What is this stain? Weird, none of these clothes look like Molly's. None of them are her size or her style. Whose clothes are these? And where are their owners now? Huh? This is my brother's ID. Why, Molly. So he is here, or at least he was. But where is he now? What?
Like my outfit?
Sure.
Let's play a game.
Sure, this isn't disturbing at all.
I got my fingers crossed for a little
Brush girl
freaky
before.
dinky.
This game only has one rule.
What did you say?
I said, grudge girl before she decided to choose life as an Onryo. Yeah, I played a Negan clip again.
Sure, this isn't disturbing at all.
I got my fingers crossed for a little freaky dinky.
This game only has one rule.
Yeah?
I always win.
Where did you get that backpack?
My friend gave it to me. Let's ask him. In the basement.
No? I'm gonna call the sheriff.
You're stubborn.
Yep.
I like that.
Do you now? Well, I like that you like that. What the fuck?
Holy crap! You are creepy as shit.
What the?
That's it. There's the taste.
Is that the chick from VHS?
Probably.
Wait, well, only thing missing is her forehead splitting open.
Right?
Pretty sure the Siren got her own movie as well.
I'm glad that I finally have an excuse to use that soundbite from Negan.
You are creepy as shit.
Yep. I'm gonna run it again just because.
I like that
Wait.
you like that. What the fuck?
Holy crap! You are creepy as shit.
The zoom in, perfect.
So, hope you
So
guys.
there's another. Go ahead.
Hope you guys do enjoy that video when it premieres tomorrow morning.
So, there's another video talking about the Matty Russo thing.
Oh yeah, who was it from?
Huh?
Who was it from?
Tehmimi, Tehmimi. That's the girls whose video we watched the family vloggers video on.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Just Madison. Or
Okay.
second one.
Right.
Matty Russo allegedly claimed all the while that she had cancer.
A 19-year-old accused of lying about having cancer on TikTok and scamming well-wishers out of tens of thousands of dollars.
That will never not piss me off. That,
One more time.
that will never not piss me off that she faked having cancer.
And then try to make a sob story about it when she got caught.
Yeah.
Well, you'll like this video.
Well, I'm sure.
It has been a moment since we've discussed a creator known as Matty Russo. Now, the first time I talked about this creator, I told you that you might want to take a chair and sit down because the information surrounding her is so enraging that you would need a minute. However, today I think you might need to take 2 chairs or just lie on a couch or in bed because you might pass the out from the updates on this situation. Yes, it is that enraging. To catch you up to speed, in case you aren't already aware, I will leave my previous video linked in the description down below. There is a creator known as Matty Russo. She is an influencer, she was a TikToker, and she had faked cancer. She had faked having a terminal illness, multiple terminal illnesses in fact.
You could have said she is a TikToker and a professional turd.
Professional what?
Or a professional turd.
Turd. I was gonna say, and people ask, what's... I heard it's shit.
Professional vermin.
She does look like a rat from certain angles. Well, actually, from certain angles, she looks like a female version of that rat character from the Suicide Squad.
Or the,
yeah,
Or the poison. I just finished my playthrough of Metal Gear 2 this morning. The poisonous Zanzibar land hamsters that kill you in one touch. Yeah, there's a room in Metal Gear 2 where you have to get an MSX cartridge which contains a microfilm, and it's hidden behind a wall, and it's guarded by a family of like poisonous hamsters or whatever the fuck. And if you touch a single one of them, you die instantly.
I mean, I was just trying to roast her, but you just completely fucking destroyed her, bro.
So you have to equip a ration and lure them out of the hole and shoot them all one by one.
Well, kind of like camping in a corner in Zombies.
Snake pretty much turning into the Pied Piper of Hamelin.
Well, reverse Pied Piper, because he's killing them.
Rat powers like he's Corvo from Dishonored.
Yeah.
Except Snake has a personality.
Maddie's just the fucking liar.
She faked having pancreatic cancer as well as acute lymphoblastic leukemia. She claimed that she had a tumor the size of a football wrapped around her spine and that her survival rate was at 11% chance. And it was all a lie. After posting an image on social media where she was improperly using a feeding tube, alleged medical experts have brought this to the attention of authorities, where she was arrested and a lot of her items were confiscated. She was facing charges of theft due to creating a GoFundMe for her fake cancer and other felonies that could put her in jail for up to 10 years. In my previous video, I used words like allegedly here and there because at that time there was seemingly an investigation going on. This had gotten legal and she had finally received consequences of it. That is today's update. I want to share.
I hate that even though they are very clearly guilty, YouTubers still have to use the word alleged.
It wasn't alleged, she really freaking did it.
Well, they always have to use the word alleged as a band-aid just in case, like even though it's clearly obvious the person is guilty. In this case, Maddie Russo being very, very, very guilty.
Guilty as bug.
You are guilty as shit.
Yep.
That was my Negan impression.
Try to do Dave Chappelle. This ninja was clearly lying. I said ninja.
I know. I heard ninja.
Although I used the actual clip in my recent video, which I had to take down.
Yeah.
I didn't crop out this N-word part. Well, it was a black person saying it, so I didn't think it caused much issue. but that clip has come so much in handy. Might use it in my next Maddie Russo video, which I plan on doing here soon.
Yeah, so, a friend of mine, a coworker of mine from a friend of mine from work has been sending me a bunch of TikTok videos of people doing dumb shit in public, and I was going to compile it all into one big roasting video and call it the United States of Ratchet.
Do it. I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good. I'm sure. I'm good. No, I'm okay.
Alrighty then.
She just asked if I was dying.
Share those consequences with you later on in this video, and they are extremely enraging and, in my opinion, quite ridiculous. But before getting ahead of myself, I wanted to kind of give you a refresher on what this person had done, because it wasn't the fact that she had just faked cancer. Oh, no, no, no. She had done much, much more with this and taken things to such an extreme length that I'm honestly shocked with the outcome of this. I really am. This is going to set a terrible example to people online for many reasons, which we'll get into. She made posts like this.
Too sick from treatment where I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything, can't get ready. I just lay in my bed and puke, and it's just extremely physically exhausting, but also the mental part of it, I think it's 10 times worse. It's days like these that are hard, and I try my best to stay positive and think that, after my week of chemo is done, after, round 3 is done, and I get, a break until the next round of chemo, but sometimes it's hard to think like that when you're in so much pain and discomfort and everything is just going the wrong way. You could look at somebody from the outside and think they look healthy, but you don't see that inside their body is literally trying to destroy them. Starting round 9 of chemo, and I've been over 50 rounds of radiation, so that is crazy. It's the small victories that we're counting, and I'm thankful for that, and hopefully I can have a few more good days. Biotin, collagen, and keratin are crucial vitamins that are shown to help with hair, skin, and nail growth. I am so much more than these awful diseases, and instead, it's just another chapter to my story.
If you see,
I wanted to let that run in its entirety just so that we can just get through it as quickly as possible. Because, again, I've brought this up before. I remember my dad going through his cancer treatments, going through his chemo. The fact that she never looks unhealthy in any of those videos. It never looks like she's losing weight. It never looks like she's physically exhausted. Like, I remember my dad going through chemo, and even on days that he wasn't on chemo, he was like, you could tell just by looking at him, he was drained. Even when he got up, it would get up and do yard work or wash and wax his car or just get up and drive around.
Yeah.
So, Maddie Russo can go, this bitch can go suck start herself.
She can use a cactus as a fucking dildo. You good?
Yeah. Preferably the one that the Indian girl is tied to in Custer's Revenge.
No shit.
She can get it from the cactus and from General Custer.
Okay. You trying to kill me?
One of these days I am going to do a video, I am going to do gameplay video on that fucking thing.
Do it. I'm gonna be trying to do more Call of Duty videos.
Do what?
I'm gonna be trying to do more Call of Duty videos.
Yeah, you're doing, aren't you doing Modern Warfare 3 zombies right now? Or are you doing zombies on something else?
A couple of nights ago, I did a Twitch stream of Modern Warfare 3 zombies, and last night I exported it to my YouTube.
There it is. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for the Activision merger with Microsoft to take effect before I attempt to do any more Call of Duty playthroughs. Because the first time I tried, the video got insta-blocked by Activision.
Yeah. Freaking weirdo energy.
Which made no sense. It was Advanced Warfare. It was a game that came out all the fuck way back in 2014.
Hey, in Arkham Knight, there are still a lot of block scenes when I try recording it on PlayStation.
Right? What the fuck,
It's
Warner?
been 8 freaking years.
What the fuck, Warner?
Well, supposedly when the Arkham trilogy launches on Nintendo Switch here soon, apparently they're gonna put that's when they're finally gonna put the Robert Pattinson skin in Arkham Knight. It accidentally leaked early on Epic Games like a few weeks back, but they immediately took it down. But it's nice to know it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a nice suit to play around in.
And I plan on doing I plan on doing videos of AR challenges as that Batman.
Hey, there you go.
Like remember like 6-7 months ago when I did the Azrael's Atonement challenge and got a perfect free flow combat with the Adam West skin.
Yep.
I can definitely do that again, but with the Pattinson skin.
And then when you do that, you can just call the video "I'm Vengeance."
Yeah, I'm going to. But I'm gonna put a hashtag Batman, hashtag Arkham Knight, just so more of the community will see it.
Right.
That's what I did for Gigabash. That's what I did for MW3. That's what I did for a lot of the games. I did. But yeah, shall we continue?
Yeah.
See Chester in the back periodically. It's just because of the way I'm filming. He's just kind of all over the place. Anyway, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Tamini, yeah, this is really bad. This person seems like a pretty nasty person to be doing something like this online for attention and absolutely no other reason, right? Right? I am absolutely astonished by her commitment to go so far with this lie. I am shocked to see how far she was able to even get with this before people found out. Because the thing she has done is, for lack of a better term, very ballsy. It takes a certain type of person to pick up their phone, record themselves, and say, I have cancer, and then put that on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or wherever you post it. It takes another type of person to not only just say that, but go into the depths of researching specific cancers, and then saying you have 2 kinds of cancers, and talking about the...
What is going on your end?
Huh?
I said, what is going on your end?
They're in the living room, kids yelling, but it's fine.
Okay, that's what it was. I was listening to that like, what the hell is that fucking noise?
There's nothing to worry about, it's fine. It's everyday life here.
Wait, if there are kids nearby, should I even be swearing?
Just because, hey, I can hear them in here, but they can't hear me in here.
Okay.
So they shouldn't hear you either. Cuss away. They cuss at the game all the time in here, and they don't say anything.
Well, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat.
Yep.
Different situations going on. This is something that was planned. This is something that was researched and thought out. This wasn't just a, oh, hey guys, I have cancer, okay, bye. No, this is something that she had bought medical equipment for to take pictures with. This is something that she had researched for, naming specific types of cancers, pancreatic cancer, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and unless you're somebody who has a family history of cancers, or you know somebody who has had these cancers, or you're a doctor, these are things that people would pretty much go out of their way to look up and look into. And I find this particularly enraging because I am somebody who comes from a family that has a very long history with several forms of cancer. One of the most important people in my life passed away from cancer
in January.
Yeah. I lost my dad in February of 2014.
Almost 10 years, buddy. Damn.
Yeah. My grandfather, I forget which month my grandfather passed, but it was sometime in like 05, 06. Sometime when I was in the 5th grade.
That's sad, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my Uncle Roger had cancer, although he died of heart failure. Because he had a long history of heart issues. Yeah, cancer's on my dad's side of the family. It's kind of hereditary.
Yeah, there's two things in this world you don't lie about having. There's cancer and a miscarriage.
Yeah, I
You
had
don't lie
another.
about you don't lie about being pregnant either.
No. Yeah, I had another grandfather who took his own life after he got terminal prostate cancer.
Ooh. That's no good, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So the more I think about this woman, the more I just want to,
Kill her?
not necessarily. Probably make her wish she was dead, but like I said in our
Hey.
last stream, she has irreparably fucked up her entire existence by doing this, so
Yeah. Even if the punishment wasn't satisfactory, the consequences of her lying are still going to follow her throughout her entire damn life.
yeah. She's gonna have to change her face and her entire identity to get away from it, but even then.
She could use some of that money to get plastic surgery. Oh wait,
Yeah, because all that money had to be repaid, biznitch.
yeah, she can't do shit because she broke.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
Sucks to suck, indeed. Ooh, excuse me.
So yeah, it's just
Alright,
the
I'm
more.
ready.
Unfortunately, the more I think about this, the more it just pisses me off.
Yeah.
But anyways,
cancer when I was younger. Another extremely, extremely important person in my life passed away from cancer earlier this year. Seeing the pain that they went through was excruciating. And if I talk about it too much more, I'm going to get upset. I have another family member who's in remission for another type of cancer right now. Granted, everything seems okay with them for right now, and everything's been good for over a year at this point. I myself even have the genetic Ashkenazi mutation. I got tested for this. The genetic mutation is actually called like BRCA something, and I forget like what the actual number is. Basically that mutation that raises your risk factors for things like breast, ovarian, those types of cancers. I have had family members who have had breast cancer. I have had family members who have had ovarian, really aggressive forms of cancer. So when people talk about cancer, I take that very, very seriously. That is something that I have a very strong bias towards because it affected me growing up and seeing family go through this. I'm not trying to make this just all about myself in this situation. I just want to give you a clear perspective on where I'm coming from with how angry I am about this situation and why I'm so passionate about talking about this situation, because this is really serious. Another reason why this is really serious is because what she is doing right now is going to affect other people who actually do have cancer in a negative way. I'm gonna get to that more in a moment, but this just absolutely enrages me because this is so insulting to anybody who has had a family member who has gone through this, who has gone through this themselves, who have had to see somebody suffer and be put in hospitals and hospice care, and it is all soaked up. I am so sorry for how many F-bombs I'm having to bleep out here, but I am so angry about this. Cancer is a very, very common thing. People don't think it is. It is a very common disease, and it is a very horrifying and scary, traumatic thing to go through. So that just makes it all the more insulting that she does this. She made a GoFundMe. It was taken down at some point, but I believe the total amount, if not close to the total amount she raised,
That's fucked.
That's I suppose the one band-aid you could put on that is that it's not as bad as how much money Sarah Kavanaugh scammed from veterans groups.
Oh yeah, the greatest case, well, not great as in good, but great as in big.
One of the biggest cases of stolen valor ever.
Yeah, no shit, that's just... Sorry, but as someone whose father is a Marine, well, most of the men on both sides of my family have been in some form of the military. I unfortunately cannot get in because of my autism, even though I did really well on the ASVAB test.
Yeah.
And it's like, those men risk their... Sometimes they come back not even themselves anymore. Like, PTSD is a real fucking thing. And that goes for both women, too. They come back and they're not themselves anymore because of the PTSD. And it takes months and sometimes years of therapy to get to a somewhat more functioning state after, dealing with combat,
Yeah.
It's not something to take lightly. It's not something I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna put it out there. If you lie about being in the military and facing action, you're a piece of garbage who should be thrown in a wood chipper, feet first.
I wouldn't start getting pissed until they start getting money from people, because then you've got a full-on case of fraud.
Yeah, that's what's happening here.
Yeah,
Fraud, theft, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, really massive case of fraud.
And the fact she got close to $40,000. That's just fucked.
Yeah, I thought the final amount was closer, like somewhere over $39,000.
No, it was close to 38,000.
Well, just a butthole hair over 37 grand.
Yeah. Thankfully, all the money was refunded.
Yeah. I want to say all of it was, but I haven't really, apart from when we're doing these streams, I haven't really kept up with the case.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because every time I think about it, it pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm mad too, bro. It's just, what the hell?
Yeah, after this, we're going to look at something significantly lighter.
Please. Like a Charlie video.
Oh, I've got something in mind, although I think it's a Jamari video.
Alright.
Was $37,000. I know I read this GoFundMe page in my previous video, but I want you to hear it again. I want you to hear what this says. GoFundMe was created with the title Maddie's Fight Against Cancer, and as of January 19th, 2023, this GoFundMe had made over $37,000. This is what the GoFundMe had said before it was taken down. On February 10th, 2022, Maddie Russo found out she has pancreatic cancer and has been going to battle ever since to win this war. Maddie is currently undergoing vigorous chemotherapy and radiation treatments that make her very sick. But just like the Maddie we all know, she never gives up and is a fighter. As one can imagine, this diagnosis has been very hard on Maddie's family. Just like with any cancer diagnosis, the cost of medical bills, gas, meals, and expenses can be a burden. And that is something this family should not have to worry about. If you are...
Okay, enough. I'm sorry, buddy. I know this is one you suggested, but I can't.
Fine with me.
I can't. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to cut it off, like, right there, but...
Hey, that's cool with me, buddy. That video's too damn long anyway. Whatever you had in mind, let's go to it right now.
I am gonna scream! I am gonna scream!
Oh, I know where this is going.
Oh, you've seen this motherfucker!
I've seen a lot of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Which one we watching though?
We're gonna watch the second one because I think Jamari does a pretty good job of just recapping it enough for everybody to get the basic gist of this clout goblin.
Definitely a crotch gremlin.
So,
And as
So
a
we've
dad,
been
I get to say
following the-
crotch. I get to say crotch gremlin.
this is the first time I've ever heard of a crotch gremlin.
Oh, Lily calls Bella a crotch goblin all the time.
Oh,
That is where she came from.
yeah. Yeah.
So we have been following the story of a horrible streamer named Johnny Somali for the last couple of months.
Also, fuck this guy for wearing the Luffy hat.
Yeah.
You are not Luffy, motherfucker.
No, you are not.
And I've never even watched One Piece. And I can tell you're not a Luffy.
No, he's
Johnny
not.
first went viral for harassing people in Japan. After getting checked a few times, he moved around a little bit, but eventually he would return and continue to act like a buffoon, making women cry and continuing to be a public nuisance. And all along I wondered how he was still walking around as a free man. Yes, I know there was some civilian justice involved, but when it came to actual legal matters, he was walking away scot-free. But now, only a few months after first going viral, the day of reckoning for Johnny is finally here. And with Johnny being an in-real-life streamer, the whole thing was actually documented on his Kick channel. Johnny Somali is facing 3 years in Japanese prison for trespassing, apparently. So there they are cuffing him.
So, yeah, this guy is, like Jamari said, this guy is an IRL streamer who has spent the last several months going around Japan, harassing people, saying racist shit, and apparently just spamming the words Hiroshima, Nagasaki, we do it to you again, like it's the funniest thing in the fucking planet. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know why we do this to you. Like,
The Japanese are very unforgiving to foreigners when they're pissed off.
yes, yes, they are.
They do not freaking hold back at all when they're pissed.
Yeah, and he gained such notoriety as a public nuisance to the point that he was being followed, he was being assaulted from behind, like there was a guy who like ran up and just choked him out from behind while he was streaming. He was being followed by the Yakuza at one point, I think.
Yeah.
I think there was one point where the Yakuza actually showed up at his rental place in Japan.
Yeah. Didn't this guy also get knocked the fuck out in Japan?
Yes, and it wasn't even by a Japanese person. Cause
Who did he get knocked out by?
I don't know who it was, but I believe the entire internet has confirmed that the guy who straight hooked him, gave him a hard right hook, Mike Tyson style, apparently wasn't even Japanese. You're trying so hard to get a reaction from the Japanese people, and you get your clock cleaned by somebody who's not even Japanese.
It's funny how crazy how life works out sometimes, ain't it?
Shit's funny, yo.
It is fucking hilarious.
And they mean business over in Japan. I mean, in America, you get arrested for trespassing, you might get, 1 or 2 cops called out. I mean, they brought the whole squad out for Johnny. It kind of just tells me that he had probably been on their radar for quite some time. And this is the funniest part of the video to me. As he's getting detained, there's what he's screaming out to his Kick chat.
Call the embassy, guys, mods. Call the embassy. Call the embassy, mods. Call the embassy. Call the embassy.
So there's Johnny telling his Kick mods to call the embassy, and I guess...
Yeah, sure. An army of 12-year-olds is gonna convince the American embassy in Japan to help you get released.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, Johnny. Johnny Knoxville, you are not, motherfucker.
Probably what this deluded twat nugget doesn't realize is that his chat and his mods are the reason he's getting arrested in the first place.
Sorry, I'm laughing at twat nugget.
But yeah, it's like they're your audience of it's your audience who was paying for I don't know what they call the super chats over on Kick, but it was your audience who was paying for it was your audience of 12-year-old butt nuggets who was paying for the super chats, text to speech super chats. So you were broadcasting some of the most heinous, vile shit in public because 12-year-olds are savages and they have no concept of the consequences of their actions on the internet.
A lot of they're freaking 20 to 22-year-olds I know who still act like they're freaking 12-year-olds.
Yeah, and they're just watching you for the Schadenfreude. They don't give a shit about you. They'll watch you until you fall off the face of the earth and get arrested and vacate the internet for however long. They'll move on to the next guy to fuck around with.
To the next dumbass streamer.
They're probably Sneeko and Aiden Ross viewers too.
Oh, dude, Sneeko still needs another spanking.
At least Sneeko didn't broadcast porno to his audience.
Yeah, I guess Sneeko isn't like that bad.
Aiden Ross did that. He broadcasted Pornhub to it on a Kick stream. And then had enough presence of mind eventually, weeks later, to be like, wait, how old are you guys? And suddenly realizing he's got a bunch of 12-year-olds in his Kick chat, and it's like, yeah, you fucking idiot.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Ay.
And that's a certified damn moment right there. And again, I like to report a bra moment.
This is Snake. Colonel, I have to report a bra moment.
Oh, I'm gonna use that.
Oh, come on, Snake, you're kidding. Not a bra moment. I'm sorry, Anacon. Or do the Ocelot voice. You're pretty good. I gotta say, a bra moment was the last thing I would be expecting in combat.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm on a Metal Gear kick right now.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the Metal Gear 2 playthrough is complete. It will be premiering this coming Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. This is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. Then after that, it'll be Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3.
I need to buy the Master Collection on Xbox.
I was gonna buy them.
But right now, I'm saving my money till I can get tickets for Godzilla -1.
Right. I was gonna get the Master Collection, But then I saw that Konami had apparently botched the release because people are reporting muddied textures and really bad typos in the subtitles and glitches galore. So I decided to just bite the bullet and download the ROMs instead.
Yeah.
If Konami's not going to translate it properly, then fuck it, the ROMs will.
Yup. Pretty much.
Do you know in the original MSX2 release of Metal Gear 2, the the in-game character avatars were just still frames of movie actors?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for Snake they used Mel Gibson.
Oh. I just thought of something. Hugh Jackman as Solid Snake.
That's what a lot of Metal Gear fans say, which I could see it, but at this point in his life, it might as well be a Metal Gear Solid 4 movie, because he's going to be old Snake by the time that movie comes out.
Yeah.
I have no future.
If they would have done a Metal Gear Solid movie in the 80s, 90s, could have been Kurt Russell.
Yeah, old Solid Snake doing his best. It sounded like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino.
Yep.
In a few months, I'm gonna be a weapon of mass destruction.
Something about, I remember he said in one of his quotes about something about a prophylactic.
Oh, in Heartbreak Ridge. If I was half as ugly as you, Sergeant Major, I'd be a poster boy for a prophylactic.
Yeah, because Brandon Tenold used that quote in his review of the 1955 movie Tarantula,
Nice.
where a 25-year-old Clint Eastwood played an uncredited napalm pilot.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy that he would go on to be one of the biggest stars. They didn't even credit him in that movie.
Right. But, yeah, I forget what most of the other in-game models were, like, in-game still frames were for, like, the character avatars, but I do know they used a still frame of Tom Berenger in Platoon for Gray Fox.
Yeah.
And they used Sean Connery for Big Boss. Hunt for Red October Sean Connery as Big Boss.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a shame that they had to change the images for for all the re-release versions, because that would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been.
It's not over yet, Snake. Anyways.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep going.
Just try and get him bailed out of trouble. And I think what he fails to realize is that this is not the internet, this is real life. Some little virgin mod sitting in a basement somewhere isn't gonna get you bailed out in Japan. And I gotta say, guys, one of the last things I would ever want for myself or anyone I love is for them to be detained in a foreign country. Because at that point, it's almost like your free game. I mean, they can kind of do whatever they want to you. And while the Japanese as a whole did seem patient in this whole situation, they also seem to have the type of culture that can be very unforgiving. And apparently this is the video that actually did Johnny in. According to the caption here, this was live streamed on his channel on August 30th.
Oh, he's going into the warehouse? Nah, this is wild.
I have a nice little video clip that can easily be directed towards Mr. Somali.
Yeah.
Just give it a second.
You
Well, sir, I may not be the first to tell you this, but somewhere in that list, that you're a fucking idiot.
Right? Oh yeah,
I still have to say.
Oh yeah, the Brandon Herrera clip.
Yep, I love it.
Oh, there it is.
Well, sir, can I be, well, maybe not the first person to tell you, but definitely somewhere in that list, that you're a fucking idiot.
Perfect clip.
With a rack of AKs behind him and a can of White Claw in front of him. Because fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck around, find out.
Exactly.
I'm just a cameraman right here. Oh, he's mad. He is mad.
Hey, oh, Fukushima. Whoa!
Oh, and now he's chanting Fukushima, one of the worst nuclear disasters in human history.
And it might seem like something small, it might seem like something they might not normally arrest someone for, but it goes back to something that I've told you guys time and time again. When you're out there messing around, you're out there pissing somebody off, they are going to look for any little reason to f*** you up. And I think that's something that should really start when you're very young from your own parents. Like, if you're not doing the right thing, if you're always around, your parents are not going to give you the benefit of the doubt when you're doing something sneaky. And they're saying not only did Johnny do that case of trespassing, but he also illegally entered one of these work vehicles.
Yo.
And recorded himself doing it. Which, if you're going to commit crimes, do not record yourself doing it.
What the?
No shit.
And don't
And I
commit
guess
crimes
despite
anyway.
the numerous smacks and punches to his head,
And don't commit crimes anyway, because it just doesn't, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, Hey, look, Mizzy grew up. Still an idiot, though.
I'm sure Mizzy is actually taller than this guy. This guy's like 5'4".
Oh, so I literally tower over this motherfucker. Okay.
You and me both. I'm like 5'9".
Yeah, you don't just. Why is it always the short little fuckers who try starting shit?
If he was to try to start shit with me, I would just be like, don't try to be the little engine that could.
Yeah, no shit. It's like, what the hell, man?
My dad had a story like that when he was when he worked for the Florida Department of Corrections. And my dad was big, like bodybuilder, wrestled in high school and college, was 6'2", big motherfucker. He had this one inmate who was like 5'3", 5'4", tried to start shit with him, and my dad was just in front of the entire block, just said, don't try to be the little engine that could. Later on that night, when it went lights out, you could hear everybody in the cell block just going, chugga, 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 woo,
woo! Your dad was a badass.
It's like, woo, they ain't never gonna let you live that one down.
I wonder if that guy offed himself in embarrassment. Probably did.
He had one inmate disliked him so much that if he had tower duty for the courtyard, they would literally just be like, "Oh, is Sergeant Bates out there? Yeah, I'm not going out there. That motherfucker's gonna shoot me." He had a story about being interviewed for about being interviewed after having to use his rifle on duty, and having to use a rifle on duty, and the girl asked him, "How can you shoot an inmate?" And he said, "Well, it's very easy. You see, you line up the front sight with the rear sight, and you just exhale, and you just put 2 pounds of pressure on the trigger, and she goes, "That's not what I asked." He says, "Well, that's what you said." She said, "What do you feel when you shoot an inmate?" He said, "Recoil." "That's not what I meant." "Well, that's what you said."
That is what you motherfucking said.
It was probably bullshit because he was a weapons grade storyteller, but
Weapons grade.
Oh, he could talk your ear off for hours. He had enough stories that he should have written a fucking book.
No kidding. I'd read that book.
But I'm gonna have to put some of his personality into a book, into a book character.
Yeah. No kidding. Okay, I only got like 45 minutes left, so let's move along.
Alright.
For some reason, Johnny still felt invincible. Yeah, he might have got smacked around, but I guess he never thought that law enforcement was gonna actually get involved. And now I'm sure he's in there crying like a baby. Now, it's obvious to me at this point Johnny's antics have not aged well, and neither will you if you do not check out today's video sponsor, Teach Hanley. Back in the day,
I'm skipping your sponsor, Jamari.
I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Click that link down below and take better care of yourself today. And so apparently this is Johnny's accomplice. This was the cameraman in these situations who goes by Gino. And this was his reaction after his little friend got detained.
So I just got
You
off
look
the
like
phone
such a fuckboy with that
the
hair.
Police, they're looking for me. They're looking for me right now. I'm not capping. I'm gonna go to the police station right now. This might be this.
Grown-ass man wearing braided pigtails.
My last time seeing y'all.
The fuck?
There's no point in me running, bro. You're already calling.
You look like a sister, bro.
Calling me up. Bro, yeah, I don't understand. I can't run.
You're not a brother, you're a sister.
Even if I went to the airport right now, try to hop on a flight to Thailand, they're probably not even gonna let me on the plane, bro. They probably already have my name on a no-fly zone.
And the guy honestly seems pretty nonchalant for someone who is wanted in a foreign country. It's like at some point these guys live so online and so for like entertaining their stupid viewers that they become detached from reality. And that last video was apparently filmed in his hotel room, and little did Gino know the Japanese police were actually waiting for him outside.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Like, you might as well just have the hem of your shirt tied up in a knot, bro.
Oh my god, they have private investigators out here, bro, already waiting for me. I'm going, no.
I mean, to be all alone in this type of situation must just be an insane feeling. I'm sure his heart just dropped all the way into his damn balls.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you might as well just have the bottom of your shirt just tied up in a big old knot with your belly hanging out like one of the prison queens in The Longest Yard.
Damn.
That's right, I fucking went there.
Yeah. Done fuck around, find out. If I done fucked around and found out how to face.
Right?
I should have been pulled out.
Oh, where is that clip? Oh, here it is.
I should have been pulled out.
What?
I said I should have been pulled out. His mom should have been pulled out because he's a clown. I mean, his dad should have been pulled out because he's a clown.
Right.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Yep. The Mick part comes from the fact that McDonald's face is a clown.
Right.
So his dad should have pulled out before he could be born, be conceived, because he should have been pulled out because he was a clown.
Well, all right. Another clip can easily summarize these two wackos.
Yeah.
You are filled up on fuck up fuel.
That's perfect.
Yeah. You have a translator? Why they? Oh my god! I gotta go, guys. I'm getting arrested. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in like
It's
3 to
not the last
5
time you'll
years,
see me,
fucking.
but peace.
To me, it's almost like that scene in Goodfellas after Henry Hill decides to rat and everyone finds out they're getting pinched. Only in this situation, instead of a bunch of Italian gangsters, it's a bunch of clown degenerate streamers. I'm telling you guys, this was a major story over in Japan. It even made the Japanese news.
覆面姿の男が工事現場に侵入しますが、作業員に見つかり追い出されます。
You know, the funny thing is if this guy had went and harassed like Hayao Miyazaki or Hideo Kojima, every single weeboo in this country would have made a special reservation to go all the way to Japan just to lynch this fucker.
Yep.
Hayao Miyazaki and Hideo Kojima are like are gods to the weebs.
They're more than gods. They're I don't know the word. Arch entities.
Eh?
They're
Or,
the equivalent to the world. They're the equivalent to the world-ending gods in the cabin in the woods.
Miyazaki, Kojima, Tetsuya Nomura. Because show me a weeb who doesn't like Final Fantasy, and I'll show you one bold-faced liar.
Oh shit.
At least one who hasn't spent a large chunk of his life savings on a life-size replica Buster sword from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh shit.
Because for some reason they treat Final Fantasy VII like it's a direct gift from God, when it's like, no, it's just a really long, overly melodramatic JRPG. Ugh. Anyways.
Yeah. Run that last part by me one more time.
They act like Final Fantasy VII is like this direct gift from God, and it's like, no, it's just a really long, overdramatic JRPG.
Pretty much.
Anyways.
逮捕されたのはジョニー・ソマリという名前で活動するアメリカ国籍の無職イスマエル・ラムシー・カリド容疑者ら2人です。警察によりますと、カリド容疑者らは先月30日、
Daniel Curtis Lee, is that you?
にある
They got captions? Either way, guys, it's pretty clear that justice was served here today. Now, I don't think that they're gonna hold Johnny there in Japan. It might just be a situation where he is detained, extorted back to his country, wherever that may be, and then he's definitely gonna be on some sort of no-fly list, probably for the rest of his life. And that's if we ever see this guy ever again. I mean, like I said, when it comes to getting arrested in a foreign land, who knows what the f*** could happen to you? And I really just want to know, guys, at what point do we start blaming Kick for the degenerate activities that they're platforming on their website? I know that for a long time we have held Twitch's feet to the fire when it comes to these unjust bannings. But to me, there's like not a lot of gray area in this situation. He should have been stopped a long time ago. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this final entry into the Johnny Somali saga down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other degenerate streamers out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!
Well, some other YouTuber had a big update. Oh wait, Jamari did. Well... Oh, that's right, Jamari did have a big update, but I'm gonna go over to Atozi's channel for that big update.
Oh, I love this guy.
You like Atozi?
Yeah, he did a video on that crazy TikTok psychic.
Oh yeah! Yeah! Oh my god, we'd have to do a whole stream on that story, because it's a fucking rabbit hole of stupidity.
Yeah, let's do that next stream.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, did you hear that? That bitch is trying to sue him and Marky for defamation. It's like, no, you don't have a case.
Yeah, your only evidence is what the tarot cards told you, you fucking nutbag.
Yeah, besides Crypto Boy tried to sue Otozi, it didn't exactly go in his favor. So...
Well, it's safe to say that Japan is not one of those countries you F around for your IRL live streams, because you will find out. Because there's been a few updates in regards to the Kick streamer who ran all over Japan harassing innocent civilians for his own content, and I'm going to be blunt here and say it's really not looking good for him. But to catch everyone up to speed here, this is Johnny Somali. He now has the crown for being one of the dumbest IRL streamers ever due to his antics in Japan. And he's done way too much to just be able to cover it all in a quick summary, but the main points were essentially harassing people in the subway, saying America was gonna Japan again, and that went on for about 15 minutes until another American just got so embarrassed from hearing him say this stuff that he went up and was like, why are you doing this, man? And at this time, Johnny Smiley was doing this for like 14 subscribers, and that American kind of forced him to lie because he didn't want to admit that he was doing all that for 14 subscribers. But that made him go incredibly viral, and then a bunch of people started watching him from that moment. He then continued harassing people throughout the day, hitting on women, and then when they denied him, he ended up calling them ugly. Like, it was just a bunch of really weird behavior. But then he ended up being confronted by a dude on a motorcycle, and that's where he dropped his entire, like, tough guy shtick, because he wanted to avoid this biker at all costs. But thankfully for Johnny, this biker just wanted to understand his actions and wasn't really looking to fight him. He just called the police on him when Johnny wouldn't take any accountability for harassing people. So,
if only Japan was actually like a Yakuza game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you'll fuck around, find out.
Yeah, when that first Yakuza game came out, Sega actually had a bunch of Yakuza members play it, and they said that the only thing Sega got wrong was that the fighting is not as common in real life as it is in the video game. Because there are some areas in Yakuza where you can't even spit without running into a fist fight.
No shit.
It's a great game. To date I've only played the first 2 games.
They're on Game Pass, and I've been meaning to try them out, but I haven't gotten around to it.
I have physical copies of the first 7 that includes Yakuza Like a Dragon. I also have the 2 spin-offs, Judgment and Lost Judgment. So one of these days I am going to play those. I'll also have to play Shenmue, but one of these days I am going to play Yakuza, because I fucking love those first 2 games.
Isn't Shenmue remastered on PlayStation?
It is, yes.
Sweet.
1 and 2.
I hope maybe it's on PS Plus. I'll look later tonight.
Yeah.
That was his first interaction with the police. They didn't arrest him because they didn't really have anything to charge him with, and instead of taking this as a warning, as most people would, I guess he took that as a massive green light, because essentially he thought, oh, I got away with all that today because I wasn't arrested. I guess that just means I can continue doing that for content. So then he started to do more and more reckless stuff for attention. But the problem with doing this sort of content is you have to keep on doing more and more extreme stuff just to keep getting viewers, because or else they're just going to get bored. And at the same time, he was going viral for all the wrong reasons in Japan. People wanted to see him humbled. So he just set his career up as a disaster waiting to happen, and it's safe to say his actions started catching up to him, because suddenly he was getting punched in the face randomly by random civilians of Japan almost every single day. And then people started alleging that people associated to the Yakuza started showing up, and at one point he was also forced to do some sort of traditional Japanese apology, but naturally he just made an absolute joke out of that, and I guess he got scared for his life, so he ended up leaving Japan. Then once he left Japan, I guess he got some sort of like false sense of security, so he started insulting Japan a lot on his streams. Essentially, he spent a couple days rubbing it in that nothing happened to him while he was in Japan. And I guess he just kept live streaming in Thailand for roughly a month, and then for some reason, he probably did the second dumbest decision of his life other than starting to live stream, which was return to Japan. I guess for some weird reason, he thought just because he hasn't thought about Japan for 3 to 4 weeks that everything's now calmed down. It's completely fine for him to return. Well, he was wrong. Because as soon as he got back, he was getting punched over and over again by random people. Again. And this time, he was being confronted left and right as well. So then, his stupid response to that was just to take the disrespect to a whole new level. And he brought back his painfully bad joke, the America's gonna you guys again. Except he went to Disneyland to do that instead. But then eventually he went on to do something incredibly stupid, which was trespass on a hotel construction site.
I'm just gonna say, all of this is like, why would you go to, first off, why would you go commit crimes, and secondly, why would you go commit crimes in a foreign country and act like nothing's gonna happen to you? Between this guy and Andrew Tate openly bragging about using his cam girls to catfish desperate, lonely guys out of their life savings, which is actually how he got rich. Filthy, filthy fucking rich.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, did you hear it recently came out that most of the cars in his 46 car collection weren't actually his? They were actually like loans or rentals.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. To which I can
There's
say...
no way. It doesn't matter how rich you are, there's no way you own that many fucking cars.
Yeah, which, shocker of shockers, a scam artist turns out to be lying about how many vehicles he owns.
No shit.
Yeah, fucking retard.
Wait, I have a... Although... Oh, dude, I just now remember I have the perfect clip for Johnny.
You look like one of those people that survived the Tide Pod Challenge. Let me give you a hint, something you and your mother should have both listened to. How about you just swallow next time?
That's fucking gold.
They're mad, bro. He's getting activated, dog. Check.
I hate that Atozy had to mute Fukushima.
Even 2 months later, he's dropping the same lame joke. Like, imagine ruining your own life off of being this unfunny. Just replace one disaster with another disaster. Dude. And that clip of him trespassing is what got him arrested. At first, he wasn't arrested, but a few days later, he noticed on stream that a bunch of police officers were following him. And shortly after, 12 police officers surrounded him and arrested him for trespassing. But it now seems like he's facing additional charges, but his baseline is facing 3 years in prison for the trespassing. The first update to all of this is by Asian Dawn that says the Japanese government will hold Johnny Somali for 28 days. In those 28 days, it will use sleep deprivation tactics and hours upon hours of interrogation to break his mind and force him to confess his crime, trespassing. Once he confesses, Japan has a 99% conviction rate. They will sentence Johnny to 3 years in prison, then they will deport him back to America once he finishes his sentence. There is no early or good behavior parole in Japan. Unfortunately for Johnny, though, he doesn't need to admit it. He's already live streamed himself doing every single crime he's been accused of here. The dude just absolutely played himself, but it's...
So, they're gonna use CIA tactics that we... They're gonna use somewhat slightly similar tactics that our CIA used to break Taliban leaders.
Yeah, Japan don't fuck around, bro.
Yeah, that's... And like Atozy said, that like Atozy read off there, the 99% conviction rate, it's actually 99.8% conviction rate, and you don't get good behavior, you don't get early parole. You do those 3 years, and that's that.
Pretty much.
And then he's gonna get deported, rightfully so, which he'll. What's he gonna come back to once he gets deported? Because in like 3 years, nobody's gonna remember who he is. We'll go through like 20,000 other Johnny Somalis. Like nobody's gonna remember him.
Pretty much.
It'll be hilarious to watch him try to get back into the spotlight again, though.
Yeah. It's gonna be like another EDP 445 or another Mizzy.
Oh god, EDP.
Yeah, the only pussy he eaten is whatever he gets when he bends over in prison when he goes.
Oh, EDP. Dude is the physical embodiment of the shit emoji.
Pretty much. He's a fucking worthless creep. And did you see the fake email he tried making to make him come off as innocent, but you could clearly see a name was pasted over the original name?
Yeah, it was like really bad Photoshop.
There was no possible way he thought anyone was gonna fucking fall for that.
He tried to make it seem like he was being interviewed by an AI voice Barack Obama. He clearly did not think. And every time people call him out on it, he denies it.
As an internet predator who's caught would do.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I used to work for a fucking sex offender, and I didn't know he was a sex offender till he fired me over some bullshit. He assaulted a 16-year-old when he was 24. He's 40 now, and sex offenders are not supposed to live with kids.
Right.
But he's living with his wife and her kids. But don't worry though, I done called the cops on them before I left Illinois. And last I heard, they have forced them to move out. And they're probably getting divorced now. What I don't understand is, how can you know that someone's a sex offender, but yet you still fucking marry them?
I have no idea. Unless she was one of those, I can fix him types.
Yeah.
Like they always put in those really shitty romantic dramas where the guy is just a broken husk and is an abusive prick, and the girl has to be like, if I stay with him, I can repair the broken mind. And it's like, that's not how it fucking works. He's gonna treat you like shit, and you're gonna hate yourself for it.
Yeah, we have another word for that, and it's called dumb bitch.
It's like, ladies,
like that TikTok sound where that TikTok trend where it's the hot dog song from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but instead of going hot dog, it's going dumb bitch. Dumb bitch.
Yeah, just a message to any women who might be watching this stream. Men are not a weekend project. If he's fucked, you can try, but if he's he's going to give off signs that you cannot, that he doesn't want to change, because he likes the madness, because he feeds off of it. So your best option is to just fuck off and find a man who's going to treat you well.
Pretty much.
I had somebody very close to me learn that the hard way.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Yeah.
Seems like he's getting additional charges, because it also seems like he's been charged for another incident. The only article I could find on this was in Japanese, so I did have to use Google Translate here, but it says, Osaka Prefectural Police's South Police Station is investigating a case in which Ismail Ramzi Khalid, a U.S. citizen known as Johnny Somali, a nuisance online distributor, was arrested on suspicion of trespassing on a construction site. On Sunday, they decided to arrest him again on suspicion of forcibly obstructing business operations for causing a nuisance by broadcasting a live stream without permission at a restaurant in Osaka City. I'm assuming by saying they arrested him again, they probably charged him again because he's already under the arrest. Like, he is in jail currently. According to investors, I'm assuming it's investigators though, Khalid is suspended of disrupting a business of restaurants in Osaka by filming them and distributing the videos on the internet. According to the police station, Khalid was arrested on September 21st on suspicion of colluding with an American acquaintance and breaking into the planned hotel construction site in Nihobashi, Chuo Ward, Osaka City. Sorry in advance if I absolutely butchered those names. But we'll also get to this American acquaintance later on because he was also arrested. But it also said that that happened around noon on August 30th. The same police station was also investigating after it discovered that he'd been engaging in other nuisance behavior at other restaurants in Osaka, such as entering the kitchen without permission and contracting a live broadcast. I'm assuming that's just him being a nuisance to everyone inside of that restaurant by live streaming it all. He was probably also just annoying everyone with his text-to-speech that he has blaring on a speaker 24/7 as well. I also found another Japanese article that said in case...
Yeah, one of the noises that was coming off of his phone speakers while people were trying to enjoy their food at this restaurant was air raid sirens.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's fugged.
Extremely fucked.
WTF.
Oh yeah, and he was also, when Atozi mentioned he was causing a public disturbance in Disneyland, in a Japanese Disneyland, yeah, he was playing music off of his phone speaker, and it was like some kind of weird techno dubstep song called, I'm assuming it's called Atomic Bomb. Because that's literally all. Because that was what the two words that I heard in that clip was just atomic bomb.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, dude. Again, if only Japan actually was like the Yakuza games.
Then there'd be a lot more fucking around and finding out.
Kazuma Kiryu would have kicked this guy's ass up one end of Osaka and down the other.
With minimal effort.
Yeah. And he doesn't even have to say anything. And he doesn't even have to say anything while doing it, so nobody would have to be subjected to young Yaz monotone voice patterns.
Yeah.
Did you see that the internet is absolutely blasting young Yaz performance as Kiryu in the new Yakuza game?
Yeah. That tends to happen.
The same guy who was shitting on Chris Pratt less than a year ago for the trailer we got, where he was judging Chris Pratt's Mario off of 2 fucking lines.
Hey, that movie was fucking great.
It was. It was.
I liked it.
Young, yeah, the poster child for I support current thing.
Yeah, so I do have a soft spot for the 93 film, though.
Oh yeah, the 93 film is a fucking gem.
Absolutely, dude.
I don't care what anyone else says. That movie is beauty. It's you could just use the Martin Scorsese "This is cinema" meme.
Pretty much.
And and you're not going to convince me otherwise. I still say Andrew Tate looks like one of the Goombas from that movie. Loyal.
I looked like one of your nut. I thought I looked like one half of your nutsack shaven.
Loyal, lethal, stupid.
Fucking hood golem looking ass.
Right. I think they were supposed to look like Nazi stormtroopers in that movie. Which is why they were so...
Well, that's not Mario, Sorry, that was very offensive. That was very offensive. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm just picturing Sergeant Schultz from Hogan's Heroes being in charge of Princess Peach when she's locked up in Bowser's castle.
Jesus.
Mario and Luigi come in to break her out, and Schultz is just, I see nothing, I was not even here, I did not even get up this morning.
Oh god, you have a better German accent than I do.
Oh god, what would be the equivalent of sending him to the Russian front in the Mushroom Kingdom?
Oh god.
Oh!
Dude, that reminds me, my 8th grade year in history class, you wanna know what the history teacher showed us?
What?
The Little Hitler segment from Robot Chicken. There was no cussing in it, but...
Oh my god. Oh my
literally,
god.
like Hitler kept taking desks from other students who happened to be different ethnicities. I'm glad Hitler fucking died. Because if he was still alive today, I'd shoot him myself.
Oh yeah, he'd be even if he hadn't pushed his own off switch, he'd be
pushed his own.
by this time, by this point in time, he would have been long dead. He'd have been dead just a few years after the war because he was a massive tweaker. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this about Hitler, but I don't know if you knew this about Hitler, but he was a meth addict.
So basically, what you're saying is most of the people in my hometown are methed out Nazis.
Right, pretty much. Like, there's footage of.
Sounds about right.
I forget what year it was, but there's footage of him at the Summer Olympics, and he's just like rocking back and forth, and he's like really nursing this cane really hard, and it's like, dude, he is fucking tweaking, and it's like, somebody get the Fuhrer his medicine.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a druggie, which goes a long way to explaining certain aspects about him. Anyways.
Yeah.
Case of the arrest of the U.S. NewSense net distributor Johnny Somali. As they entered a construction site at the Osaka Metropolitan Police Department on the 12th, he was accused of obstructing the prestige business in which he was annoying at a restaurant in Osaka Minami. Rearrested Johnny Somali and the acquaintance from the according to the police station. Johnny is silent. The rearrest charge conspired on September 12th around 1:30 a.m. a cattle chain in Osaka City, and the appearance of the store was delivered live on a smartphone. He said that he was able to support the store's side and interfere with his business, such as playing loud music. Okay, I feel like Google Translate is definitely butchering this, but essentially what we were guessing was happening earlier. The dude was just blaring his text-to-speech, probably playing music, and just overall being a nuisance to everyone around him. Nothing new from our guy Johnny Somali over here. What's funny about this article, though, is they call him a junk distributor. That is Google translated, so I don't know what they're actually calling him, but that's a funny term. But the YouTuber Decoy Voice also found a clip of the guy who was with Johnny Somali at the construction site getting arrested as well.
The embassy is useless. That's what I'm saying. Gino, they're gonna get you as an accomplice. You think so?
Yeah,
I don't
dipshit.
know what to do, Chad. I honestly don't know. What to do.
Dipshit.
So I just got off the phone with the Minami police. They're looking for me, bro. Yeah, I don't understand. I can't run. Even if I went to the airport right now, try to hop on a flight to Thailand, they're probably not even gonna let me on the plane, bro.
He couldn't even shave his head to get away because it's like, how many black people are there in Japan?
Yeah.
I'm guessing somewhere around not fucking many.
I'd say so.
Oh my god, they have private investigators out here, bro, already waiting for me. I'm going, Minami. No, that's not okay. No, you're harassing me for no reason. I gotta go, guys. I'm getting arrested, so...
Why is he saying, I'm getting arrested for no reason? Dude, you broke the law in a foreign country, and you made money off of exploiting the kindness of the Japanese people. What did you really expect was going to happen here? If they just treated everyone with respect, none of this would have happened. But, unfortunately for them, they wouldn't have gotten the attention they craved then. It's definitely going to be very interesting to see what kind of sentence Johnny ends up getting, because it all really depends on how much they add to his original charge. Because, again, unfortunately for Johnny, he live streamed everything. So I'm assuming that the detectives are likely going through all the VODs as we speak.
Hopefully they'll take less time to get through that than the judge is taking to go through all the evidence, all the prosecution's evidence in Tate's case. Dude, the reason it is taking them so long to start trial in the Andrew Tate case, and I believe the trial is supposed to start on the 17th of this month, is because the indictment against him is so big that it's literally in volumes. Like...
No shit.
Like, I think I could be wrong, but I believe it's up to 78 volumes, each topping out at about 430 pages. And
Basic.
and I think it's just one judge that is looking over everything in this fucking case. Because Tate's not he's not getting, I don't think they have trial by jury over in Romania. They have trial by a panel of judges.
Basically.
So, I've kind of been holding off on doing any other videos on... Well, I decided to take him off my roasting radar because I didn't feel it would be respectful to his victims to just have some schlub roasting dumb music videos and whatever the fuck. But, buddy, as soon as the word of the trial, as soon as the final verdict to that trial hits, I'm gonna be there to talk about it.
That's fair.
Because that's what he deserves.
Very much so.
Ooh. Okay, how are you looking? Do what?
Dude, I just noticed, but the first two Ultraman Gigabash videos I did, they both just hit over 1K views.
Really?
Yeah. The other two are only at 138 and 136 views, but no, the two Ultraman that I did playthroughs with, 1K views.
Damn! Look at you, son.
Yet I've only gained like 48, only like 8 subscribers since I started doing those videos. Like I'm at 42 subscribers now, 50 8 more and I can live stream on my channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe.
Yeah, there's a link to his channel in the description box down below. Because he's doing a lot of gameplay, like commentary-free gameplay that like similar to what I do. But you know, we're not the only players in town, so.
Yeah, but still, it's awesome.
So, how are you doing on time?
I have a few more minutes before we probably wrap the stream up.
Yeah, well, that doesn't give me a whole lot of room to play with. It looks like Atozy had another update to this, which I'm probably just going to save for the next stream.
Probably.
That probably would be the best. Oh, wrong one. So,
10 minutes. I gotta take my second dose of one of my pills.
Yeah. Apparently, YouTube seems to think that I really want to see Walking Dead clips now.
Makes sense. Sucks, don't it? When you realize you don't know shit.
Right. Oh, yeah. So yeah,
we should definitely talk about Sniper Wolf at some point.
Talk about what?
Sniper Wolf.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, can
Apparently
we?
She's going after it.
I don't know, can we? She might dox us.
I don't give a fuck.
She might dox us. Because her ego is so fragile, she can't stand being criticized.
Well, maybe she should stop being such a stuck-up little bitch.
And
if she's missing a stick, I think I know where it is.
Also, fuck you for co-opting the name of one of the best boss characters in Metal Gear Solid.
Wait, what? Fuck me?
No, fuck her.
What'd she do again?
So she goes by SS Sniper Wolf. Sniper Wolf being, in my opinion, one of the best boss characters in Metal Gear Solid.
Ah, gotcha. That's where it comes from.
Yeah. Did you know that you can actually... I just learned this, but apparently you can fight Sniper Wolf using the remote control missile launcher and the Stinger missile launcher.
Huh.
I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah. But, yeah. This is just... Bro.
Yeah.
Fucking doxers, man. But I don't give a fuck if I get doxed. I don't give a fuck who thinks what about me.
Yeah, not to mention... I guess she... Well, I mean... How she has subscribers when she got ousted as a fraud ages ago, I don't know. Because she used to do gameplay videos, but she wasn't the one actually playing. It was like someone else. It was someone else's gameplay, and she was just like going off of a script and reacting to it.
Yeah, no shit.
The dictionary definition of laziness.
Yeah. Keep in mind, there was a YouTuber named Bentelect who literally DM'd people on Twitter threatening to sue them because they called him out for his nasty shit. Though frankly, I think he's just grouchy. Nobody wants to tickle his pickle.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
we
it
should-
put quite that way before.
Dude, people are all commenting in all his videos now. It's like, hashtag Creepy Ben wants us to tickle his pickle.
I've heard play poke the pickle. I've never heard tickle his pickle.
Yeah, let's not dwell any further on it, because because that's not something you want to think about on a night you might get laid. Oh, doubtful, because her bump's in the way, but it's fine. Can't always get what you want, bud.
I'm never gonna dance again. These guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Reminds me of that song from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes that goes, "Oh, puberty love, puberty love." It's like, what the fuck was going on in the late 70s?
A lot of shit.
Apparently there was one guy who Brandon Tennant said looked like a very upbeat porn director who probably passed out coke to everyone, then showed a few minutes of his performance and said, wait, he couldn't have given coke to everybody because clearly he did it all. 70s Canada, man.
That sounds like Dennis Leary had this bit about how he goes, he was reading an interview in a magazine with Keith Richards, and somewhere in the interview Keith Richards intermitted that kids should not do drugs, and Dennis Leary goes, Keith, we can't do any more drugs because you already fucking did them all. There's none left. There's none left. We have to wait till you die and smoke your ashes.
You maniac! You blow it up! Damn you! Damn you to hell!
Oh, man.
Alright, well, I hate to say it, but we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. So, we'll see you again, hopefully Friday. If not, I am also off again next Monday, so we'll see you then.